Hi, Coastal Bloom. I don't make moderators anymore. I've come all set up. But thanks for coming by, Coastal. It's really good to see you. What are we looking for here? Oh, yes. I don't know how loud this is. Hang on to your ears. There we go. Not bad. Good morning. We've been hanging out with Sarah Lee this morning. Sarah Lee 80. Don't tell Deborah. Jack's over there licking the sheet, just like normal. You sheet licker. Hi, Falcon. Nope, Talon. Oh my gosh. Of course, vacations go as planned. You have to ask for time off from work. That's a good one. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lee. Good morning. Hi, Sam Gloves. Our gloves friend is here. I hope you're doing good, Lee. Thank you for coming by and saying hi. You know that means the world. Busy Lady says hi, stopping by to hit the light. Thank you, my friend. Oh, hi, Lois. Lee says, morning, everyone. Hey, Lee, I saw our friend Paul was in your live stream. Did you meet Paul here or did he just find you? I thought it was pretty neat. I feel like I own Paul. He's mine. If I see him anywhere else, I'm like, he's mine. So funny. Same thing with Lois. Crazy. Thank you, Coastal Bloom. You're the best. Daniel Barry says, hey everyone, happy Thursday. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Thank you for always being so friendly and saying hey every day. And I'm not a real sports kind of person, but sometimes I find one or two of your shorts that even a non-sports loving person can really appreciate. So thank you for putting out such fun content. Are you all right, Jack? Jackie, honey, are you all right? I am. I'm doing really good, Lee. Yeah, I've been back to work for, I don't know. I want to say at least definitely a month, maybe 2 or 3 months now. Set Saber, Jack is an Irish setter. An Irish setter who says, this is my bedtime. What are y'all doing? The alien has been the beekeeper, yeah. She still needs pants, though. Lee says, your flying visit in London on way to prospecting site. See you soon. All right, Lee, are you going live this morning? I will keep an eye out for you either way. I'm on vacation. That's why I've been able to catch more lives lately. I'm on a staycation where I'm supposed to be getting stuff done. But I have been unmotivated and it's been way too hot, and that has given me an excellent excuse to not get stuff done. It's pretty typical. How are you, Lois? You're doing okay. You know, since I was making excuses as to why I wasn't doing anything yesterday, I just napped. I napped a lot. So I found myself up to after 11. It's like, what am I doing? And then I found this YouTube channel, this live stream. I've shared them. They're just fun. I mean, you may not be into it. You may be like, this is stupid. But at 9:30 at night when you're scrolling the YouTube, they are so much fun and they sing songs that people request. And man, I just love them. It was so fun. What song did I request? Oh, What's Up by Four Non Blondes, because that's my favorite song. When I get last time I got together with my girls, that we would just pop out singing that out in the middle of nowhere or at really random times. Do you, Lois? You would love them. And it's like, I can't figure it out. I think it's a mom and a dad and their kids, and they're definitely very talented. There's tons of puppets. It's almost like the Muppet Show. It's and the kids are very involved. The kids are not on screen, but you can hear them. Maybe there's a friend or two involved. I don't know. It's a huge production. I was very impressed. Hi, Matt Torrance. How are you? Jack. Hey, Jack. Jack. Matt Torrance said, hey. There you go. Who let the cat out of the bag? I don't know. Good morning to you. Jack. 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 Hey, Jack. Jack. Matt Torrance says, don't give me that look. That was so good, Matt Torrance. Jack, I love you. You're so cute. He's looking to see if he's on the TV, but he's not. Not today. That was good. That was worth a like, Matt Torrance. Yep, that's my dog, always showing his butt. He's got the prettiest tail, can't you tell? Because that's why he hides it because mom loves his beautiful tail. Are you hiding? Don't hide your tail. He says, leave me alone. Oh. It's fine, I promise. Oh. Now he's upset with me. That's what I get. I'm trying to figure out why this is so tight. This whatchamacallit? What do you call it? Tripod. I need the smoothness of this to be lighter. I think I just got it. No, not quite. Still very noisy, right? Weird. Sorry. Stop it, cat. Okay, I'm gonna mute you so I can blow my nose. Remind me to unmute, okay? You know how I'll go 20 minutes just to talking away and forget that I have you muted. Do you ever wonder where does all that snot come from? These are the things I stay up at night thinking about. This is a hard room, man, I swear. Y'all aren't making it easy. Hey, I bought a new laptop battery and then my old battery started working. What the heck? All right. Yeah, look, full battery. What the heck? Let's try something. Yes, let's do this. Hi, Rosie. Good morning, Carl Shell. There you go. Now I have my subscriber count up. Ooh. How are you, Miss Rosie? And how are you, Carl? Look at you two coming in together. What y'all been up to? I don't know if it'll work. Being blown up. Rosie says, I'm okay. How are you? Good. Hi, Marlon. Good morning. How are you, Marlon? Good morning, Wasa. Not much, as usual, you know. Carl says, I was singing karaoke yesterday. Nice. Hey, Carl, I know it's past your bedtime, so never mind. That YouTube channel I found yesterday, you might think it's silly, but you might really like it. But I realize it's on late for me, so it's on late for you too. Oh, you were doing it on that other format. I see. Wasa says, sometimes I like to speak like they do in old fairy tales. It's hilarious. I think you're right. I agree. It's hilarious. Well, we don't need that to come off. Just tell on me, why don't you? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Michael Jackson. Hi, Chew. Good morning. It wouldn't be a day without away from Chew, would it? Masa says, what's up with you? Oh, what's up with you? Oh, the Brendan song was what was up with me. Because the monkey said, no, I will not go. And that's that. I live in my own fairy tales. What do you think about that? And Wasa says, okay, I'm starving. Gotta make food. Alrighty, you go for it. And on the end, ugh. I invited one of my YouTube friends to come hang out with me and help me work on my basement. She said yes. Wasa says, I haven't been feeling well. I haven't eaten all day. Maybe it's something to do with the atmosphere, Wasa. Same. I mean, I had to make myself have a smoothie yesterday, and it was a smoothie that I couldn't finish the day before. And then I had to make a check in with myself last night. Are you sure you're not hungry? You haven't eaten much. Lois says, yes. What are you going to make, Wasa? Right, Dylan? Oh my gosh. She says, I feel so hot and I feel angry and irritable. And you know what? There's no cooling off either, even at night. Like right now, it's probably 10 degrees cooler than it was when I went to bed. But that, I mean, it's still 80. Come on, man. So I get you, Dylan. No relief from the heat. Got to find some water, my friend, even if it's a garden hose. We pulled out the kiddie pool yesterday. We were doing some cutting of limbs and a little bit of mowing, very little. Buck, bucked up drag fishing. Marlin says, just half crying as usual. Hi, real Mr. Bojangles. But where did I see you somewhere the other day? In somebody else's chat, Mr. Bojangles. I'm sorry, Marlin. I know you've been really going through it lately. I'm very sorry. Come back. Don't leave me. You're not allowed. Stop it. I know, Bella. I'm sorry. Keeping you up again. Lois says we are having summer thunderstorms right now. I love those. Except for if it doesn't cool off. That's very typical in Florida. You get this cold, nice storm come through, then afterwards it's like 10 times worse because of the humidity. Carl says, I am enjoying the misty rain. You know what, Dylan? I see you. And Dylan, I appreciate that you are so good at expressing how you feel. Dylan is not afraid to admit I feel moody and sticky, and I appreciate that. I've been there, my friend. Can you not just go jump in a shower and just get your head wet? That'll cool you off a whole bunch. Or put your feet in some cold water. The head and the feet, my friend. Carl, I'm glad you're enjoying the rain. You know, I've never heard Carl say he's enjoying the rain before. Um, no, I don't think so, Wasa. Mr. Bojangle, I feel like where were you yesterday between the hours of I don't think it was at Yogi's. I think um I hung out in Lee's live stream yesterday. Gosh, I don't remember who else. Yogi, of course, here and there. I was outside, so I was not, and I wasn't getting a great signal either. Wassa says to Dylan, "You are a trooper, buddy. Keep hanging in there, and yes, grab a wet towel, perhaps, whatever it takes. Don't let yourself get miserable, my friend." Oh, Rosie's sending Jack lots of love. Real Mr. Bojangles says it wasn't me. Okay. Maybe it was someone who just looked like you. What, were you over at Lee's, Wassa? Carl says, hi, Zombie Queen. Did I miss Zombie Queen? Well, hello, Zombie Queen. I can't see you, but that doesn't mean nothing. You can't see my invisible friends, but they're there. Dylan says, yeah, not only it makes me feel angry, it makes me feel weak, and that's frustrating. Nobody wants to feel weak and out of control. Kind of makes you angry, right, Dylan? I get you. I understand, my friend. Right? Rosie says, who is Zombie Queen? Who's Johnny? She said. Who's Jackie? I was watching some Karen video and her little dog's name was Jack. It was so funny. She was so awful. She was going to jail and she's encouraging Jack to go out the door and run away just to give the cops a hard time. She was terrible. Terrible person. How dare you do that to your dog? I've been watching too much junk. Dylan says, yeah, a lot of times I don't feel good. Just got to find water therapy. I know, Rosie. What the heck? It sounds like a power saving thing. Come back. It's just not even worth it, I don't think. Sam Gloves is over at Sarah's. Boy, he gets around, that guy. Am I on the studio app? On my other phone sometimes. Oh, on that? Yes, I think so, yes. It is the studio app. But because I blew it up, I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know if it's gonna update like it should. Not that it ever worked for me and I've never tried it before. Dylan says, what, Carl? Come on, getting on a plane won't help you. Where's he going? Carl says, get on a plane, Dylan. Oh, go someplace cool. There's an idea, Dylan. I'm trying to remember. This is the perfect time to go watch the bears in Alaska. I used to do it on Google so it would stay on like huh like on okay, pull up YouTube Studio on Google instead of what I'm pulling it up now on, which is like Safari, I think, or something. Dylan says, oh, okay, yeah, sometimes you just need a different perspective, right, Dylan? I don't know what one I'm using. It's that little whoosh that's on this Lenovo laptop that I only bought because it was the very last one during COVID. The schools had just gone homeschool, so all the computers were wiped out. I paid like $800 for this piece of crap. Oh, did I say that? I mean, come on. It's been around since COVID, so it's still pretty good, right? Carl says, I haven't got YouTube Studio. You don't have a computer. But you could get it on your phone, but it definitely shows more stuff on your computer. Where is this? It says go to Google and search up YouTube Studio and go to your live count. It should work because it did for me. Who the heck, man? Crazy. Sorry, I'm looking at something off the side. What the what? Okay, let me see. How do we find Google on here? Oh, DuckDuckGo is what I use. Because my kids made me do it. Okay. Do I have to sign in? Because that would be a problem. It's taking a very long time. I just don't know if I have to pay. What the heck? Dylan says, well, I'm starting to feel weak and achy due to low immune system, and I'm hot, so I need to turn my fan around. Yes, do that, Dylan. Boston says, I think this time. Oh, oh, okay. I'm seeing it now. Um, Boston says, I think this time I'll make a 5 cheese, grilled cheese, and tomato soup. Nice. Just sign into your YouTube account. Yeah, I put in YouTube Studio when I searched on Google, and it brought it up. I just got to remember what I'm looking for now. Oh, I see it right here. See live count. What? All right. Let's see if that works. My battery is on the edge of going, Rosie, so it may not work, but I appreciate that for you showing me that. If it does work, freaking awesome. All right. I don't know why I put the phone all the way up here. I can't even read it. Yes, hopefully it works. Uh, Dog Mafia, $55,000. Hi, Paul. What happened, Lois? What's going on with your arm? Carl says, Hi, Paul. Nice seeing you in Sydney Cats. Paul gets around now, let me tell you. I was talking about you earlier, Paul. So funny. I love you, Paul. That's what I was saying, basically, in my weird way. Well, Paul says, I love you all. Paul, you know what? Just seeing your paints right next to what you were painting was just so. It was just felt like you gave us a totally different glimpse of what's going on, and I really really liked it. Thank you. I know it was such a silly little thing, but I thought it was great. You had on a who? Lois says, "Oh, I had an infusion today, and they had a hard time placing the IV. Stuck me 5 times and ended up putting in my oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Was it an iron infusion or something different? You don't have to tell us if you want to. It's up to you. You're welcome, Paul. For your bones. Okay. See, I know nothing. I'm sorry about that. That just sucks. Rosie says, sending love back to you, Paul. That's you, you stink, Jack. Look at that. We made this song about you how long ago? And here we are again. Jack stinks again. Don't look. Are we selling Jack again? Only if somebody asks. Still waiting on that miracle. Love is love, Jack. Carl says, I was in Brooklyn Babe's live stream with Tina M yesterday. Brooklyn Babe, huh? I've heard of her. Oh, probably heard of her because of you, Carl. Wasp says, man, everything funny I think of to say is actually mean spirited in reality. Humor at someone's expense. After a lifetime, it's incredibly difficult habit to break. Wasa, we are so much alike. Same. And sometimes I don't even realize that what I'm saying that I think is funny is unkind. Oh my gosh, I don't know what happened. That was craziness. I understand, Wasa, but I think what Yogi would say, Wasa, is realizing, just having the realization that that's an issue is, that's everything. And maybe you can't do it by yourself. Maybe you need to ask for help. This is where you ask for some supernatural help. At least that's what I do. On stuff that I know, it's just such a deeply ingrained habit, probably picked up from my kids not my kids, my mom, um, that I can't do it by myself. Yeah, there went our count, Rosie. I think it's my laptop just because my battery's doing so poorly. Carl says, I love her. Brooklyn Babes, you love her? Right, Rosie, it did freeze for a second. No, what happened was I was trying to do the add more light to the picture and I don't know what they hit, what I hit, but I hit the wrong button, obviously. Yes, we tried. I appreciate you. I really think it's my laptop, not what you told me. Stay. What? It moved. Did you see? It just moved. It moved just as I turned it on. What? Thank you. Who are you? You must tell. Lois says most humor is at usually someone's expense. I did not realize that. I guess even if it's yourself, even if you don't turn it on somebody else, like a pantsless alien, I don't pick on her. I might turn it off and turn it around and do some self deprecating humor. That would be a go to for me. Wassa says, right. And personally, I can take it all day. It's easy to think everyone can, and that others will think it's funny. And yes, my dad was about that. And as great as my 5 best friends were, we were cruel that way. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Paul says, is that a hedge on the edge? What? Am I in Dr. Seuss world? Rosie says you can't use your computer because it's from your school. Bummer. Carl says, I can't take. I know, Carl. Hey, but did you see that number moved? Wow, that was fun. Do it again, do it again. So easily amused. That's me. Hi, Jed. How are you? Gosh, I was thinking about you the other day, Jed. I hope you're doing good. Rosie says, Carl, TikTok got banned by YouTube. Oh, no, it is a hedgehog. I understand. A hedge at the edge of the bed. Ah, you are. See, I'm so slow. It is a hedgehog. This is Jack's favorite toy, and he lost it. And Magnetic North kept telling me, Cat, it's in the yard. It's in the yard. And sure enough, it had fallen off the porch. And there's like a whole little area. It's like a little sanctuary under the porch where nobody can see you, and it's just like a little hiding space. I have a swing under there, and that's where Sonic was, just like Lee had told me. And I mean, 6 to 8 months of it being gone. So yes, it was a hedge on the edge of the bed. Jed says, I have been busy, Cat. I'm really glad to hear that. I hope it's a good busy. Paul's hedge is so cute. Jack, that was one of Jack's favorites, still is. He pulled it out last night. And I was like, what are you doing, Jack? And he pulled it out and just started playing. Jed says, that's good news to hear. And I'm good, Rosie. I make cinnamon roll cheesecake. What? That sounds so good. Wow. And this morning, homemade biscuits and gravy. I was talking about not being super hungry, but again, I have some frozen cheesecake in the freezer. I could eat that, no problem. No issues. I think I'm breaking my sugar addiction, and yeah, maybe that's part of it. Jed says, nope, got that. And Lois is making me hungry, Jed, right? Rosie will be back. Okay, Rosie. Dang it. Come back. At least I won't fall asleep. I'll have to just keep getting up every couple of minutes. Jack, what is on the bed here, buddy? I'm gonna have to have Jack's teeth checked, unfortunately. What's the matter? Why are you sorry, Jen? Oh, for making you hungry? Oh. I definitely could eat some cinnamon roll cheesecake. But he says, I might have to go to bed soon. Anyway, I've got work. 11 to 3. That's a nice half day. Paul says, is that you, Paul? You said, I wish I could ask you something. Well, you could if you wanted to, or if it's private, you could always email me. Wassa says, I think, if you're talking to me, I don't know who you're talking to. Wassa says, I think this time I'll put the pickles on the side and try not to actually put them on the sandwich. They just fall out anyway. Rosie is back. Welcome back. Hi, Lady Sky. Good morning. How are you? Wait a minute. Jed says it's not on my channel, Wassa. Oh. Hey, you're making it. You could take a picture of it and stick it on my community page so we could all see. Since you're talking about it, you could share it that way, Jed. Carl says, if I get sick today, I am blaming Wassa. What did he do? 2 days till July 4th. Paul says it's private. Yeah, I have my emails up there, my friend. Lady Sky says, I'm okay, Cat&Jack. How are you? I'm really good, Lady Sky. You know what? I have a rough getting up in the morning. Getting up in the morning's always rough, but once it's just like work. Once I get here, I'm not calling you guys work. That's not what I meant. But once I get into doing something, I'm good. So once I get here and hang out with you guys, I always feel better. So thank you guys. Wassa says, that's okay, Carl. I'll take the blame. Jokio Village Vlog. Hello, my friend. Hi, sister. You're so fun. Good morning or good afternoon to you. Aw, thank you for the like. I appreciate you. Oh, get up, cat. It's time. All right. Now you stop that. All right. You know what happened last time I did that? They are on my community page. Jed, you're the best. I can't wait to go and see. Carl says, you're getting the doctor's bill as well, Wassa. Woo, I am off the hook. Thank you, Wassa. So, Lady Sky, is Father's Day a week from now? Oh, like after? Is it Sunday after 4th of July? Or did we already have Father's Day? Or what happened? Where am I? What date is it? I'm okay, I swear. I'm just very confused. Lady Sky says, speaking of cheesecake, I'll be making an Oreo cheesecake for tomorrow. Awesome. Marlon says, does anything ever go as planned? No, I read something. Oh, no, I heard it from He Who Shall Not Be Named. Something about planning. Who was he talking to? He was talking to Mark Pope about planning for the future. Something about not, or was it David Hoffmeister talking about not planning for the future anymore? I think it was David Hoffmeister. Yeah, it does no good, does it, Marlon? And if the script's already written, what good does it do to plan? Wassa says, good luck getting paid, Carl. Can't get blood from a stone. That's what I tell him. Oh, oh, Father's Day is the third Sunday in June. That's right. Everybody was talking about their dads, and it was sad. And thank you for reminding me. See, really, I am lost. I'm in my own little time warp here. Jed says, I'm taking my electric bike with me to Utah in August. That's really cool, Jed. Are you going for vacation? Right. Lois says, isn't blood from a turnip? Rosie says, no, it doesn't. It never does. That's why stop planning out your days. I think so. Donnie, it was Donnie Hoffmeister. Thank you, Yogi. Good morning. I love you. I knew if I said enough names, finally it would come to me. Marvin says, well, not exactly how I view it, but plans tend to not work out. That's true. Carl says, you and Cat will be in the tent. Wassa, Wassa. You better watch out, Carl. Your best bet would be to keep one of us with you. I don't think you want me and Wassa plotting. Cat and Wassa just a plotting. Jokio Village, thank you. Thank you for still being here, my sister. It did, Rosie. I'm lost. Father's Day did pass, and I have just lost my mind. Time is an illusion, which I don't buy anymore, apparently. I'm not participating. I refuse to participate in this thing we call time. Yes, Jed is going on vacation from August 7th to 10th. So you're in Colorado. How long a drive? Are you driving, Jed? And if you are, how long a drive is it? In your yard, Carl? That's right. He says, I'll be there on the next flight. Wasta says, I'm going to need a separate tent, Carl. I'm so hurt. Carl says, I've shared, bear with me. You would. Paul says, sounds a little too tense. A little too tense. Go on, Paul. Rosie says, if you're lost, I'm very lost. We'll be lost together. It's okay. As long as we're having fun, Can't be that bad. Jed says, I drank instant espresso coffee with white chocolate raspberry creamer. What? That sounds very fancy, Jed. Marlon says, welcome to the club. Club of the Lost. And hi, Lady Sky. That's from Marlon. Oh, nice. Jed says, yes, I'll be driving. And depending on where I stay in Utah, almost 9 hours. Oh, that's from like me to Florida. Got it. Probably me to Yogi too. Me to Sarah Lee. Don't tell Debbie. Shh. I gotta be more quiet when I say that word, her name. Wassa says, Paul, you are quite clever. He sure is. Such a great friend to have. Lady Sky says to Jed, I put French vanilla coffee creamer in my coffee. Lois says, and a cot wassa, unless he is making you sleep on the ground. Absolutely, you're sleeping on the ground. I can guarantee it. Resi says, Yogi, I need a coupon. Do you have any left? No, not a club of wasted space. Not at all, Lady Sky. That's not true. Not true, Marlin. Just as Cat, I'll be in Florida again on November, the week before Thanksgiving. I am jealous. I have it on my list of I hope it happens soon kind of things. Just a week. Just a week with my girls on the beach. Is that asking for too much? I don't think so. But if not this year, definitely next year. Unfortunately, I paid for an early Thanksgiving with the kids last year, and I did it on a payment plan that takes a year. So I haven't been able to do anything in a year. Oh my gosh, hello. Virgo's fishing. Hello, my friend. It's good to see you. Lois says, hello, Yogi. Paul says, there are some hilarious friends on here for sure. Carl says, I am closing Florida down. Carl, you might really like Florida. It might be too hot for you, but you might like the beach. It's a lot different than, I'm pretty sure it's a lot different than Ireland Beach. Rosie says, I'll stay back here and be quiet. Why? What happened? What are we talking about? Sarah Washington, good morning. She says, good morning, everybody. She says, good morning, family. Blossom says, it's not you, Cat. It's my pheromones or something. I can't have female friends. Oh, I'm that close of proximity. They always try to jump on me. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for. I understand now. You're looking out for your broski, and you're trying to avoid me having any issues. I appreciate you looking out for us like that, Wasa. I understand now. I feel so much better. Lady Sky says, but it feels like it though, Cat&Jack. Lady Sky, do you not remember us talking? You know, you hang out in yogis a lot. Are you listening? Because we talk all the time about these thoughts, these crappy thoughts, these shitty thoughts that we have about ourselves. That's not who we are. And that is the ego who wants to keep you believing that. But that's not who you are, Lady Sky. You are a chip of the old God block, sister. You know, God would be incomplete without you. How amazing is that, Lady Sky? That's how important you are. So don't you ever say that again. You hear me? I love you, Lady Sky. Sarah says, I had to update my phone. It took so long. Well, Marlon, it's time for you to stop looking for other people and start being there for yourself, maybe? Carl says, I don't understand. Lady Sky, I love you. I love you so dearly, my friend. I just want you to know how beautiful you are. And those thoughts that come through your mind that are not nice and they're not kind, those are all lies. Those are lies from the ego. That is not who you are. Right, Wasa says, we haven't given up on you, Marlon. And Lois is nursing her sore arm from your IV yesterday. That's tough. Marlon says, LOL, Wasa, maybe being abstinent has got you radiating. Well, I don't ever remember him saying he was abstinent, but okay. Some people here right now have Wasa. Not going to name names, but yeah. Again, I feel like that is looking for the outer world to tell you that you're worth it, Marlon. And that's the outer world is only going to disappoint you every single dang time. Look at me, I lost a subscriber. Dang it, what did I say? What did I say? Lois says, Lady Sky, that is sinking thinking. That's a great way to think about it, Lois. An easy way to think about it. Or stinking thinking. If you ever hang out in AA, it's called stinking thinking. Or at least the groups I was hanging out in, that's what they said. Lady Sky says, I was told that I'm a wasted space, but I know it's not true, though. I hope you do know that. And Lady Sky, if you're always hearing that in your own mind, you're going to hear it from other people because you're a creator. You're a powerful creator. And what you believe is what you create. So if you just start looking for different things about how Lady Sky, about how she's a chip off the old God block. Oh gosh, I didn't do that. Jack did it. You saw him, right? You saw him jump up and do that. Wassa says, hang in Lady Skies. I actually haven't been feeling too well the last couple. Oh, hang in Lady Sky. I actually haven't been feeling too well the last couple days. Nothing specific, just malaise, being tired and nausea from my autoimmune disorder. Oh, okay. Mm. Marlon says, yeah, Wassa. For me, it isn't a choice so much as hitting the point of just having no desire. Well, there you go. Again, one person. There you go. Some people don't want to hear it. You're never going to find what you're looking for until you find it within yourself, my friend. I still haven't found what I'm looking. I really dislike YouTube, but that song just came to my mind. Paul, I feel the same way. Paul says, I wish I could take away everyone's sadness. Jess says, I'm charging all of my remote controls and stuff up. Wassa says, there's nothing I can say to change your mind, Marlon. I know because I've been there, but one day you'll realize that feeling that way will get you the opposite of what you want. Women can smell it, and it makes them contemptuous. I think that's right. Oh, wow. Sorry. Jet says, I'll be up late even though I'm a little tired. It's 4 hours. Are we 3 hours or 4 hours difference? Is it midnight there? Just about midnight, Jed? That makes sense. You could stay up late and still be at work at 11. I was thinking about that last night about how I've been really tired lately and maybe I need to reconsider my schedule a little bit. Oh, it's 2 a.m. Okay, only 2 hours difference. Gotcha. Look, I'm just off this morning. Time is an illusion. Here we go again with time. Would you see if that's a sign of a stroke? Just losing track of time? Because I'm beginning to wonder about myself. Well, I sense it, I should have said, and they can't help it. It turns them off. Lady Sky says just 20 more subscribers and I'll be at 1200. And she drops, is that your link? Awesome. Just says, I haven't done any more drawings yet. Then you have been busy. Do you smell any toast, Cat? No. Do you want me to make a toast? Here's to health, happiness, and love. Woohoo! Join me in a toast. Nice cup. Thank you, Lady Sky. It keeps the coffee hot for a few hours. I appreciate that about it. It wasn't my first choice, though. Jed says, I've been meaning, but it fits right in Tennessee, doesn't it, Lady Sky? You know, if you go to a courtroom, okay, in some of these small towns, in the courtroom, people are actually dressed in camouflage for court. That is Tennessee in a nutshell. Jet says, I've been meaning to do Sydney. She's a YouTuber's, her fan art drawing, but I've been a little busy. You said that. You were really busy. It was just a coffee cup, just a camo coffee cup, Paul. One big old thermal cups. Oh man, don't do that to me. There we go. Yes, Lady Sky, redneck dress code for court, lol. Yes, I was amazed. She said, get her done, lol. Yep, I bet you that's what the judge says every morning before they start court. Let's get her done. Paul says, oh, it's camouflage. Yes. Lois says, I can't see it either. I put it away. Carl says, I'm having a YouTube party. Are you, Carl? Oh, gosh. Well, awesome. Tell me about it, Carl. As I'm afraid to ask. That's more fun. Lewis says, and we weren't invited. That's what I was afraid of. I was thinking, oh gosh, this is the tents and the islands all over again. Hi, Soul Chef Antonia. It's good to see you. Paul says, what time, Carl? See, Paul doesn't just assume. He's like, I'm invited. What time, Paul? I mean, what time, Carl? Wassa says, hey, Antonia. Paul says, hi, Soul Chef. Wassa says, I'm definitely invited. And Lady Sky says, hi to Antonia. Lois says, Carl does seem to have a supply of tents. He sure does. Jack, are you loving on your baby? Oh my goodness. Yes, Jack's on. He's guarding his hedgehog, his head on the edge of the bed. Soul Chef Antonia says, great morning, family. We are not accepting just good anymore. It's going to be great. Okay, it's going to be great after I get some of this mucus out of my nose. Sheep says, look out, there's a dog. It's vicious too. Back up. Put your hands up and walk out very slowly. Hello, good morning. How are you? Don't mind the dogs. You just have to step over him. That's what I did this morning. Lady Sky says, which is better, waffles or pancakes? Well, I prefer pancakes because Jack just does it so well. Soul Chef Antonia says, good, better, best. Never let it rest. To you, good as your better, and you're better as your best. Aw. Sheep says, waffles. Pancakes have my heart. Carl says, I've never ate either, Lady Sky. Carl, I find that amazing. What is your choice, Lady Sky? Fluffy pancakes. You make Cat&Jack? Are we in opposite world? To the Twilight Zone? Cat make food? No. Certainly not cooking for herself. No, pancakes that anybody else makes. Or Jack has a specific pose. We all know it. The yoga pose that we call, let me get you in the right position, being a pancake. That is why I love pancakes. Soul Chef Antonia says, my phone has a mind of its own. The gerbils are taking over again. You know, I was just thinking about the lights in my house. Besides that one that looks like a rocket ship about to blast off, just the lighting in the kitchen's been funky lately, and I was thinking about mice. I was like, the mice, man. Lady Sky is pancakes. Pancakes, I like pancakes too. Wassa says, the phone gerbils? Yes, the phone gerbils. That is correct. Paul says, let's all get together for breakfast. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Who's cooking? Whose house are we meeting at? Ooh, Jack. We gotta get right. Yes. Lois said that would be so fun, Paul. It sure would. Wassa says we call them phone gremlins. Same thing. Carl says I won't be there because YouTube. He has a YouTube party to attend or host. I'm not sure. Are you hosting that party, Carl? That you're not sharing? Lady Sky says, Paul, only if you buy Jimmy Dean sausage. Oh, does that mean you're cooking? Only if he buys Lady Jimmy Dean sausage? Yes, let's all hang out with Lady Sky. Lady Sky loves to cook. We're coming to your house, Lady Sky. Tell your mom to move over. Can you imagine? We all show up with groceries. Lois says, why not, Carl? Wassa says, I don't like pancakes. Carl and I will be fishing instead. What? Antonia says, cool. I'm on my way to fix coffee now. Come join me. I would love to. Paul says, at Mabel's. No, perfect. Lady Sky says, to go with the pancakes. Jakai, oh my gosh. Hi, Jakai. I love you, my friend. It's so good to see you. Hi, Mr. Brad Boy. Wow. Wow, Jakai says, cat. I got 360. Can't tell if that's a 3 or 8 subs, cat. That's awesome. Good job, Jakai. You know why I love Jakai so much? Because he's got such a great imagination. And I appreciate that so much. And he's adorable too. And Wassa says, yes, I've always wanted to fish in Tennessee. Some of the best fishing out there. Trophy fishing, they say. Mr. Bradboy says, I, my friend, gotcha for ya. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Carl, you are telling big fat fibs, sir. Jed says, yeah, I might go to bed soon, though, for sure. All right, my friend. And we got some love from our good friend Jakai. Yogi says 366, Jakai. Oh, you just got one of the best subscribers, Jakai. Yogi. Thank you, Yogi. Paul says, hi, Jakai. Oh, Wassa says 366. I think he's subscribed too. Good for you, Jakai. One of my favorite people. What are you doing, Jack? 368 subscribers for you, Jakai, says Lady Sky. Wow. Thank you, guys. $369 from Lois. Jakai says, thank you. Jakai, I love you so much. I'm so happy for you. Carl says, I am jealous. I know, Carl. But you know what? Getting jealous doesn't do anything for you. Jakai says, Jack is so cute. You wouldn't say that if you could smell him right now, Jakai. Rosie says, Carl, why? Just be yourself. Lady Sky drops a link. Wassa says, I have a great time at Carl's lives every time. Yes, Carl is he's so different when he's on his live streams. It's crazy. Are you all right, Jack? I think we're going to have his teeth checked. I know they told me to get him a dental. Poor boy. Rosie says, if I could, I'd give you every one of mine, Carl. I really don't care for it anyways. Carl says, goodbye, YouTube. Oh no. Jakai says, Lady Sky, I subscribe to you. Jakai says, love. I love you, Jakai. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. I've missed you. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're having an awesome summer. Lois also says, yes, I love Carl's walks. Oh, Jack's big old sigh. So, are you doing any kind of vacation plans with your mom this year for summer, Jakai? Jack is an Irish setter. He even has an Irish accent. Nino says Major Jackson Briggs III and Catherine Madonna Lauper. I love it. It's so funny. Hi, Nino. No trips this summer. Me either, Jakai. All staycations. Do you have friends you hang out with close to home? You have a. I'm trying to remember who's in your picture. Wasa says, hey, Nino. How are you doing, Nino? Yes, how are you, Nino? Solchef Antonia says Jack said he wants his own channel, just him and his dog friends. Nino says, hi, Wasa. Jakai says, well, just one. What's that one? Lois says, Carl, I have 19 subs. Nino says, I'm okay. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, Lois, what are you doing to take care of that arm? Are you taking aspirin or Tylenol or ibuprofen? What do you take, anyways? If you don't mind sharing. Your friend Joe, okay, lives next to you. Okay. Well, at least you have somebody, right? Jakai says 19 subs. Good job. Aw. Tylenol. Gotcha. You know, Tylenol's just never been the same for me ever since, what was it, the 80s? The big Tylenol scare of the 80s. I was a kid, but I remember it. Nino says, Kat, I saw you was your hair in a braid on that video. You was talking Tennessee. That's not me, that's Mabel. Why, Nino, you got to get this straight now. We got Kat and we got Mabel. Not to get them confused, because you know, Kat gets confused very easily. We have to keep her straight. Nina says, my bad. That's okay. You know now. Matt Torrance says, Jack. Oh, I almost lost it. Hang on. Matt Torrance says, Jack. 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 I think you and I should get matching tattoos, Jack. Nothing, Matt. You have used up all Jack's goodwill this morning. It was funny earlier. Every time Matt said something to Jack, Jack actually responded, and it was really cute. Wassa says, oh yes, the poison Tylenol. That was quite a psyop, I bet. Nina says, Mabel, my dog's name. Yes, and our friend Matt is alive had a Hazel Mabel or Mabel Hazel. I'm a little confused, but yes. Jakai says, my dog is sleeping on me again. That's what they do best. They hold us down, Jakai, make sure we don't float away. Jack always has a leg on me, just to make sure I don't go too far. Wassa says, Matt Torrance, I second that. Matching tattoos. Rosie says, ugh, what happened? Lois says, you go first, Matt. That's right, you go first. Jakai says, Jack, Jack, hey Jack, at least for Jakai. You should get up, Jack, and say hello. Nope. He is busy pancaking over there. I'm sorry. Dang dog. A unicorn jumping over a rainbow, Matt. Cat will be right behind you. Wait a minute, this was Jack. He asked Jack. He did not ask Cat. There we go. Sorry, so noisy. Jakai says, Jack, ooh, I'm in your walls. Jakai and Jack, that sounds like versions of the same name. Sarah says, hi, Jack. Hello, Jakai. Sarah, meet my good friend Jakai, one of my favorite people. Rosie says, there's too many things happening. Aw. Wassa says, oh, I thought he asked Cat. I see now. Jakai says, hello, Sarah. Monday. Sarah sending lots of love or feeling lots of love. You know, Sarah, you're the best. Thank you for hanging out with us, Sarah. I don't know what we did to deserve you, but I am very appreciative. Rosie says, Yogi got time for breath work? If not, whenever you're free, can we do breath work, please? I'm sure if you ask him, he will, Rosie. I'm not sure if he's listening anymore. Wassa says, hi, Sarah, or hey, Sarah. Oh, Jakai says, I can't wait. I am going to Six Flags with my dad next month. That sounds super exciting. Is that in Arizona? Why do I think it's in Arizona? What? I don't know anything. Six Flags. Wassa says, I think the ASPCA might have something to say about a dog with a tattoo. Do you think so? Because do you know when dogs get fixed at these reduced fee shelters, they tattoo the dogs. So how bad is it really? It's in New Jersey, Rosie? Sam Gloves, I just saw you at Sarah's. I saw you twice at Sarah's this morning. Good morning. Sam Gloves says, hey everyone, your Gloves friend is here. Good morning again, Sam Gloves. Soul Chef Antonia says, I have been invited to be a guest on a podcast this weekend. I am so excited. I am glad to. Hey, will you post that on your channel, Soul Chef Antonia? Is it going to be live or recorded? Either way, you should share it. Oh, it's in Georgia. I should have known that, Jakai. Okay. Jogyo Village Vlog says, I have watched, oh gosh, 5 of your videos and also left comments on them. I appreciate you. And I almost wish you hadn't because I am no good at getting back to people. I will do my best, my friend. I thank you for that. Paul says, hi, Sam. Risa says, we have one in New Jersey, a Six Flags in New Jersey. I wonder how many Six Flags there are. Wassa says they do. Tattoo to them with what? Marking just to say if the females have been spayed. My Willow had a tattoo. Just in case she was ever picked up again and didn't have anything to identify her, they at least knew she was spayed. Juku, oh yeah, I read that. No, not a barcode. I think it just says S. Lois says some breeders do tattoo them. My one rescue had his birthday tattooed inside his hind leg. Yeah. Paul says 6. Uh-oh, what was the number? Jakai says Jack looks like this. Jakai says you're in New Jersey. I don't know if anybody here is in New Jersey. Jokio Village says goodbye, my sister. Goodbye, my friend. Hunt Sam Gloves is now back over at Sarah Lee's saying, do the people on the panel have any gloves? That Sam Gloves, he gets around. Jakai says, bye to Jokio Village. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. Anyways, Wassa says, well, that's a bit different than the tattoo on the human's face or a Tweety bird in a red bandana shooting craps and holding a 40. Yes, I was just wondering if the people on the panel have any gloves. Jakai says, Jack is saying, let me sleep. Jack is saying, I don't care what you do. I'm going to sleep anyways. Dang it. Sam Gloves says, I like people wearing and keeping on the disposable gloves, plastic gloves, rubber gloves, cleaning gloves, surgical gloves on both hands just for me while you're live streaming as well. You know, people have different things that they're into. It's all very interesting. Sam Gloves. Wassa says, by the way, that's the tattoo I was going to get when I was 16 to cover up my India ink gang tattoo. Thank goodness I didn't get around to that, although I'd be gone now anyway after they surgically. I have, there we go. NC. That was supposed to be like a gang in Orlando way, way back in the day. I was not part of a gang. Well, it was just cool to tattoo stuff on ourselves. Alrighty then. Wassa says, my right deltoid and much of my right traps. Where's Marlon? You said the word. Jakai says, what is your favorite song? Mine. What is your favorite song? Mine is There For Me. My favorite song is What's Up by Four Non Blondes. Because it's fun to just belt out, what's going on, in the middle of a store for no dang reason at all. Paul says, I remember at what time I was going to get Twinkle the Kid tattooed. Thought that was funny, Jagai. Rosie says, I'll be back. Sorry, no problem. Twinkie. A Twinkie. Wait a minute. I was going to get a Twinkie the Kid tattooed. I don't know that character, but I like Twinkies. That could have gotten you in trouble, Paul. I'm glad you didn't. Giving kisses, being wholesome. Jack, that's you. You stink. He was the little mascot of Twinkies. Is he still? Next time I go through the the little Debbie aisle, I'll look. Twinkies used to be absolutely my favorite, but when they changed companies, they changed. But like everything has changed. Jakaisen's love and trophies and says you're the best. That's only because you're seeing a reflection of you, Jakai, because you're the best. Wassa says my favorite rap song is probably Bad Influence by Eminem. I'd have to think really hard about favorite rock songs, something by Alice in Chains or Sponge, perhaps. Ugh, Lane Staley's voice, my goodness. Lois says, I keep thinking of a Twinkie with a cowboy get up and rope. That sounds kind of familiar. Is that it, Paul? Ah, Paul says that's him, Lois. So cute. I agree, Jakai. Jack is very cool. He's so cool, he can't even pay attention to us. He's above us all. Reminds me of, I was watching an old Lucy show last night where she was supposed to be acting all standoffish just to attract a man. That's Jack. He's not trying to attract anybody. He's just being very standoffish. You're right, Jakai. He's like, let me sleep. Lois says he sleeps through most of these mornings. He sure does. This is his time. Dogs are like that, right? They get their bedtime set and that's it. You don't mess with a dog's schedule like that. Rosie is back. Welcome back, Rosie. Wassa says for years, every day at 9:30 to 10 a.m., someone or other would play the Dirt album to get everyone in the house up and moving. I'm glad I'm not in that era anymore where that music was something I related to. I appreciate that was a phase of my life I went through, but I'm glad it's over. Jakai says, Jack can sleep through a tornado. We've been really lucky here. With the 4th coming up, I guess we'll see on the 4th and the days after. But um, he's been very good about the fireworks. So maybe he can. Jakai, we'll see in the next couple nights. We might wake up with a grumpy cat one morning. How do your pets do 4th of July, Jakai? There we go. Jack, Jack, he's the man. Rosie says, tornadoes give me anxiety. Even just hearing the word scares me. Did you watch Wizard of Oz too much? Wassa says, Mad Season was great too. Yeah, Lane Staley was probably the greatest rock singer of all time. Much as I like, yeah, Chris Cornell too. Whose name? No, it's Weiler. Scott Weiland. Is that it? Something like that. Yes, I saw him. Um, yes. What is his last name? That's quite close, but not quite it. Yeah, they were some amazing singers in that little genre in that time. Amazing. Hi, Maddie. Thank you for the love, my friend. This banger album. Really, Jakai, your dog likes it, and she loves the big ones too, like me. Oh, you're very lucky. Really, Lois. Good, your dogs are pretty mellow too. Lois has the best looking dogs ever. She posted them on my channel if you guys ever want to see on the community page. You'll have to search them out, but they are amazing and so cute. Rosie says, maybe. Paul says, seeing them is frightening. Yes, a lot of pets. Scott Weiland, yes, amazing. Jakai says, Jack, I am flying. Jack, Jack, Peter Pan's here. Jakai, you're like Peter Pan. That's why I love you so much. I hope you always stay as sweet as you are right now, Jakai. Maddie's saying hi to everybody, and everybody's saying hi to him. Yes, Jakai says, Jack, I won't let go, Jack. Jack, Jack. Jakai, I love you even more. Jakai knows Titanic. Wassa says pictures of the two greatest dogs are posted on Cat's community page as well. Yes, Wassa's dogs too. What's up, Maddie? How are you doing? How is the fam? I was thinking it's the weekend. I forget. Again, a thing with time. I've lost all concept of time being on vacation, I suppose. Someone gave me one and took it away. Okay, that was fun. Do it again. Maddie says, doing good. Thank you, Kat. How are ya? I'm really good. Really, really good, Maddie. Thank you. Jack says, it's almost 5 o'clock. I can tell by the way he's acting. Oh my goodness, Jackie Boo. Jakai Jack's birthday was like yesterday. Apparently, that's what the vet's office said. Or maybe they sent it early. They've been sending happy birthday to Jack lately. I haven't read it though. Because I just don't care. I'm not the kind of doggy owner who throws a party for my dog's birthday. But maybe I should. Maybe I will be one day. Who knows? Happy birthday, Jack. We'll do that like in the next couple of days. I think July 5th is actually his birthday. I'll check. We'll do a little happy birthday live stream for him that morning. Wasis is hanging in there, Maddie. Not as joyous as you always are these days, but it seems few are. You found something transcendent, but he's gone through so much and lost so much. If anybody deserves a little dang happiness in their life, it is Maddie. Jakai says, oh, happy birthday, Jack. Right? Lois says, and you are in denial of Jack's age, right? So how old will he be? 8? Or is he turning 7? See, I'm very confused. Marlon says, hey, Maddie, got any recommendations for aquarium wallpaper? I'm getting one again and need to use a wallpaper because I'll insulate it and that would just look crap. So need a good wallpaper to hide it. Right? Paul's birthday is November 31st. And I think Carl's is like October 20th. You guys are towards the end of the year. Jakai says, and Jack. Jack, I'm in your room. I'm in your walls, Jack. Jack. Did you see he's paying attention? He was paying attention. Jakai says, no, he is 99. I know when I first met Lois, I was saying Jack was 5. And then when I found out he was no longer 5, I don't know if I jumped ahead to 7. I don't know. I have papers for him somewhere, but I haven't seen them since I brought him home. Maddie says, Wasa, I mentally and physically hurt each day, but I keep up a face. And Wasa says, ah, Maddie, I see. Love you so much, Maddie. As I said, nobody that I know deserves a little bit of love and peace as much as Maddie. Maddie says, black paint on glass, Marlon, if you are planting it, or you can put plastic aquarium in the background. So I think Marlon's saying that he's been fishing a lot to keep himself busy because he's had a lot of hurt going on. Rosie's sending lots of pretty hearts. Marlon says, gotcha, Maddie. Probably going to be more rocky, so I might just use a plastic rock background. Jakai says to Maddie, hi, hope you're good. Maddie, have you met my friend Jakai? One of my most favorite people on YouTube. In life, really. I don't know him in life, but I would dare to say one of my favorite people in life. Yes, Rosie. You're so cute. Yes, Rosie. Yes, Rosie. Go ahead. I'll act like the teacher in the room. Maddie says, my father died 4th of July. My granddaughter was born the 4th of July. Damn, I'm getting my old. My granddaughter is 14. Mine too, Maddie. Marlon says, the fishing does cause my joint issues. That was why I didn't fish much before, but now that's just a pill I gotta swallow. Have I told everyone what happened to Debbie? No. Chakai says, I am. What does that mean? Maddie says, Jakai, I'm good, thank you. I hope you're well. Paul says, wow, Maddie. Marlon says, the 4th is my little sis's birthday, actually. Yes, Jakai says he is well also. Rosie says, speaking of school, my sister is buying me new supplies for school. That's awesome. Paul says, yesterday was my dad's birthday. Oh, I see. Jakai says, I am just in Jack's walls. I believe it. When you come in the room, everything changes, Jakai. All for the better. I could feel you in the walls. Paul says, it's hard to believe it's been 26 years. Wow. You know, I feel like I'm the only one here who didn't have a relationship with my father. Noah says, okay, so what happened to Debbie? You'll have to ask Rosie. I don't know. I heard something from Yogi yesterday on the phone. He said something about Rosie's on my side. And I was like, who are you, Carl? That's a lie. I should have had that come back. He did say that though. He said Rosie's on my side. If I was smart, I would have come back with who are you, Carl? I'm just not that quick. Soul Chef Antonio says the coffee is ready. Marlon says, I think my little sister's turning 6 now. Nice. Nice age. Sweet age. Oh, they're all sweet. Whatever. Rosie says, exactly, Lois. Ask her, but with your hand up. LOL, what does that mean? Maddie says, I know that feeling, Marlon. Love you, brother. Aw. Oh, you didn't mean the sad faced guy. Rosie says, LOL, why ask me? You're the owner of. I'm not her owner. I am not her keeper. Wrong. That would be a big mistake to think that. You know, Debbie's got me under her little finger. It's not the other way around. Jakai says, Jack, I'm flying like Peter Pan. Lois says she was in the school desk. Oh, yes, she's still sitting at the desk, Lois. Marlon said, still not using most of my fishing spots. Glad you found a good one. Rosie says, Debbie, I'm coming for you. I'll help you. I think we spoke about how me and Jack were tired of co-sleeping with Deborah because she's a very big girl and she takes up half the bed all by herself. So we were just getting a little distance from each other. So she's being schooled. Funny. I didn't even think about it like that. Oh, Marlon said something about Maddie being a sexy Scot. Rosie says, and Yogi also agreed on that too. Yogi said, Rosie's on my side. That's all I heard. And then, I couldn't hear anything else afterwards because my ears were ringing so loud. No. Nope, I just gave up after that. He said, Rosie's on my side. I'm like, I got nothing, man. Maddie says, look after your joints, Marlon. You will end up like me. I didn't care when I was young. I just forced through it. Now I suffer uncontrollably. Jakai says, what is your favorite video I made, Cat&Jack? It's definitely, I couldn't tell you, but definitely one of the ones where you're using your imagination and you're going through your house and just being you. You're so fun. That's why I say I love your imagination, Jakai, is watching you do that. Rosie says, Debbie can be my new teacher. It will be perfect because she doesn't talk. She goes, wah, 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 wah. Rosie says, who said I on whose side? Yogi said he heard the little bit of the conversation we had yesterday that he heard that Rosie was on his side. Maddie says, I'm everything but Marlon, but cheers, buddy. Jakai says, you're fun too, Cat. Yeah, I just had to find a different way to express it. Maddie says, love you, Cat. Gotta go back to work. Love to all. Love you too, Maddie. Thank you for coming by. Rosie says, Cat, don't read. LOL. Oh, okay, I won't read it. I really won't. He's not even reading, so, Jakai sending lots of love. Thank you, Jakai. Rosie says, whoops, I didn't read it. I honestly did not read it. Are you sure you're not reading? Yes, I honestly did not read it. Surprising, huh? I know I surprised myself. Sometimes I even surprise myself. What happened? Oh, my Carl song. Is Carl still here? He said he was quitting YouTube or something. Didn't he? Did he not say that today? Uh-oh. What is by mercy, Jakai? Oh, by Maddie. By mercy, no mercy. Oh gosh, Jack was dreaming, wasn't he? Do you ever do that while you're falling asleep? You're just starting to fall asleep and you do that big jump. That's what Jack just did. Poor guy. You usually do it's like your feet, at least my feet, do that big jump. Yes, buddy. Oh, he's left us to go do a YouTube party. I see. Well, trying to figure out why my song won't play. What? Oh, maybe I have it down too low. Nope. I think it's broken. Your dog does that too, Jakai? Yeah, I see Jack kicking his legs sometimes, but no, I've not seen him do it with his head like that before. Does your dog growl and sometimes make little whining noises when they're sleeping? Okay, you are hooked up. Let's go back to Suno. Does your dog rub in deer poo? I need to know. Is it only my dog who does it? It seems to me, when I've been listening to my songs, that Jack did this about the same time last year. This is like a yearly thing. At least it's not getting skunked. Knock on wood. Yes, we'll do lots of knocking on wood. No skunks. Sorry, Jack. Now we know how to wake him up, right? Uh-huh. Marlon said, you are, I can't read it. I think he's saying really beautiful things to Maddie, though. I don't know why, because it wouldn't show. I try to hit show and it just doesn't get bright enough so I can read it, Marlon. I don't want you to think I was ignoring it. Rosie says my cat does that only if she's having a bad dream. So I hug her and then she stops. Oh, yeah, me too. Jakai says, yeah, she does that when she has to go outside. Oh, really? Okay. I said, hi, Jack. Paul says, didn't TLC have a song, No Skunks? No. What was it? No. What is it? Gosh, I used to love that album. I don't want no scrubs, no skunks. Yes, got you. Wassa says, oh, that was unnecessary. Poor Jack. No, it was necessary to knock on wood to avoid a skunk thingy. Jack said, who's there? It's plus, plus, it is almost 5 o'clock, so Jack was going to have to get up and move over anyways. We have a taxi coming to get us sometime today, but we haven't established a time yet, so I'm just going to go back to sleep. Since I was up all night hanging out with frigging Fraggle Rock. So much fun. They were so much fun. Scully. Gosh, I wish I could remember what they were called. Anyways, it was a YouTube channel I found last night that I shared. I posted. They were a lot of fun and they kept me up way too long and they sang What's Up for me. Yes, you were just compliment. Yeah, you're bad, Paul. I got that part of it, Marlo. I just couldn't read every word. Jakai's laughing. Lois says, oh, I love Fraggle Rock. You've got to check out that YouTube channel. They're not actually Fraggle Rock, but they would remind you of them, all the characters and stuff. Just so good. They're on Wednesday through Friday night, and I'm just like this is gonna be hard for me. It's gonna be hard for me not to super chat, and it's gonna be hard for me to go to bed knowing that they're on. Baby, baby, baby was quite the popular cut back in the day. Scrubs is the word you seek. Taken with the notion. It was not that baby, baby, right? I know that did not come from you. Paul says thumbs up. Real Mr. Bojangles says, Jack, wake up. Well, we already woke him up when I had to knock on wood. Now he's just not paying any attention to us. Aw, Real Mr. Bojangles says, Jack, wake up. Jakai says, my friend said, who are you watching? I said, the best YouTuber ever. Oh, Jakai, you're very sweet. I don't ever want to be the best YouTuber ever, okay? Just so you know. But I appreciate you so much saying that. That's very sweet. Melissa says, yes, I was fascinated by Fraggle Rock back in the day, but we didn't have cable, so I couldn't watch it much. Oh, ding dong, the witch is dead. The wicked witch is dead. Where are we going? I guess we're just going to end it with this. I need 1 plus so many zeros. I can't count them subs. Oh gosh, no. I would never be able to say hi and have this personal conversation with you, Jakai. If I had that many people. Blasta says, yup, you cried wolf, Cat. Now when the skunks really knock, Jack won't get right. Paul says, love to all. I love you, Paul. You have a good walk today, ride, whatever you're doing. May it be adventurous but safe. And so you will end up all stinky and serves it right. Serves you right. No, it won't happen. I refuse. Jakai says, Jack, it's me, Jakai. I'm in your walls. Look at me, Jack. Look at me. Lois says, love you, Paul. Yes, just about yogi time. Rosie says, love you all. Are you ending the live? Yes, here in just a minute, after my song. Wasa says, love to all. Cat will be cutting it soon. Yes, I will. Love you guys. Thank you for hanging out. You make my day every morning. That's right, Lois. There we go. There is he who shall not be named, our good friend, Just a Yogi. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yep. I will see you over there, guys. I love you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, guys.